Hey folks, Man Rabbit here, back in Evil Minecraft, doing another show for you. Tutorial today. Well, kind of along the same lines as last episode. Doing the elf stuff once again in our elf district. Probably be moving away from this area fairly soon. I didn't want to go too crazy with it. But as you see here, it's going to be a smaller house than what we did last episode. Hopefully, I'll give you a few ideas. These are basically just quartz blocks. I know my texture pack might look different than default, so whatever texture pack you use, it'll probably look good either way. I did change a few blocks here. As you can see, those gold ones are not typical. I can't remember what blocks they were by default, but as you know, in episode 1 of this series, they kind of said, hey, I'm changing default texture pack and changing some textures in there for things like ores and metal blocks and various things, changing things. So it's a pretty standard fare here, as you can see. If you want, you can follow along. It's a fairly simple design, 5 on the side, and what was that, 7 in front, or yeah, I think it's 7 in front or 9 in front. Usually it's odd number, but it's yeah. So the roof is it's just typical fare, nothing special here. But I actually don't do the overhangs here inside. I actually cover up the roof from the inside with those wonderful quartzite column blocks on the side. They're basically like the wood blocks where you can make them go sideways. That's what's awesome about those. And kind of doing the same thing I did in last episode. I first experimented trying to use a redstone torch there, but it's hard to get one to work on both. So basically, just want to have some light in there, and I want to have it covered up. So yeah, cover it up pretty easily. Use slabs, and then those corner spots, just have it hang it down a little bit more. The exterior lamp, pretty much like last time. You can do it any way you want, but I break this first one and kind of redo it. But you can have one on either side or on the front. There's all kind of different ways you can do it. I decided to use a metal door on this one. Um, those are actually those tripwire things, connectors that was used there. Those are jukeboxes in the corners. Those can actually be used. Same thing with note blocks, as decoration for flooring and stuff. And see here, I just put some pictures in there, crafting tables, as well as the bench. I'm using that sandstone for that, and this texture pack. I actually like the look of it. Obviously, the flooring is optional there. I'm also going to do this these sort of mini temples. I think this one here was what was it, 11 by 9 if I remember right. Let's see here. I know I wrote it down. I forgot already. Yeah, 11 by 7. Sorry. Anyway, you just basically just make a square. I'm doing it all quartzite, of course. I'm going around with the stairs, do the kitty corner squares, go up one more. Now, obviously, you can make this any size you want and just make it massive. But what you want, whatever you do, make sure it's an odd number when you start out. So you see how it works out. If that was even numbered, it wouldn't have worked out. Um, then you have like the pediments and stuff on top here. You can do any way you want. But yeah, so in this one, I'm hoping in the future they give us green stairs. I remember I mentioned that last episode. They give us some green stairs and some options for I can make green roofs. That was just basically green clay, which is the colored clays are kind of new since the last update, but we're going to be having like probably a lot more new stuff coming out in 1.7 when that hits. Um, this is optional here, what you're seeing me do. I'm making it sort of into a bathhouse, but as you know, I save most of my buildings as schematics in MCEdit. And so some of these I'm going to have scattered around the landscape will have water in it, some won't. As you see here, I'm rebuilding the exact same one. I made it one taller, and I'm using a blue roof. You can do it any way you want. You could do whatever colors you want. Hopefully in the future. I know some mods will actually let you make stairs of different colors and whatnot. So if you use those, I would suggest using those lapis blocks. And that quartzite with the blue gem in it is basically just that's my version of a diamond block. And this here is clay going around. Actually, I like it in this texture pack. Looks really nice. Very good for decorating. And I had not really thought about that before, but I'm doing these little plazas here on the side. And there's so many different things you can do with it. Those are more clay blocks. You can make just a pool out of it. This is 13 by 13. I want to make them interchangeable to these temples, so I can just mix and match. You can obviously do it like I did there with a tree there, and then I do a smaller one on the back end of it because it's wider. But because you have stairs there, it'll be 13 by 13 instead of 11. So, and this back one will be 13 by 9 because of the two stairs on the end. Will make it a little bit bigger than the original dimensions from the template itself. But yeah, you can make hedgerow up there. You can do a tree like I'm doing here. Bam. I like to fill a tree out sometimes if it doesn't look right. Sorry for it being a little dark here. Right? Sometimes I've been trying to remember to sleep and stuff and set the daytime. So here it is basically. I copied and pasted that one house around, and when you change the angle in MCEdit, for some reason those pictures do not like it. So they fell off if the house is going north south. You can make it go south at north, and it'll work and it'll stay on the walls. But if you make it go east west, like when you're doing a copy paste with a house, it doesn't like it. So that's what I did here. So that's why I lost some of those. And also it does not like to copy the water unless you have that specifically checked off, which I forgot. So some of the ones that had the bath option, there's actually no water in mine. So I put some water in. As you see here, I raised this up one more, and I decided to actually add in a little bit more of a walkway around it, so it's pretty easy to do on the side. What do they want out of this specific series that I've been doing here, this medieval Minecraft? I had 130 episodes in the first season, and now, well, we're up to 20 something here. I don't remember what number this is, but obviously viewership in the channel has kind of dropped off here, so I'm trying to get a handle on what people want. Do they want tutorials? Do they want things like what you're seeing here, which is, even though you're seeing me build stuff, it's sort of a kind of an overview, and I'm assuming that you're probably going to be able to build some of these things, or at the very least just use this as an ideas show. As you see here, I'm just changing something right here, like making an obelisk and a little fountain out of one of the plazas, changing things up, because it's just, so let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to get a handle on why viewership has dropped on all these shows, including this one here, which when times past had quite a few views. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, blah blah blah. Yeah, and also remember to hit that like button on the way out, and I'll see you next time, folks. Adios.